Last week we commemorated the 75th anniversary of D-Day, the beginning of the final stages of World War II in Europe. The war was against Nazi Germany, Germany who had occupied Poland, France, the Netherlands, Belgium, and imposed tyrannical rule. The war was to restore freedom to the peoples of Europe. At that time, 75 years ago, most people knew relatively little about the persecution of the Jews of Europe under the Nazis. They knew of the laws that marginalized Jews in society, laws that said they couldn't work as teachers, doctors, nurses. They knew that Jews had been forced from their homes into ghettos, and they maybe knew that they had then been transported on further east. But few knew of the murder factories, of the murder of 6 million Jews, children, parents, brothers, sisters, grandparents. 6 million. It's a number that's barely imaginable. If you were to count off 6 million, counting one number every second, it would take you 70 days, well over 2 months, counting one person for every second of every day, 24/7. I have been talking for just 1 minute, 40 seconds. That would be 100 people. How many rows of people in the hall is 100 people? When the numbers are so great, we can lose sight of the individual people involved. The huge number can dehumanize. And that's of course what the Nazis wanted. For them, Jews were not human, but vermin. Like in Rwanda, people of the Tutsi tribe called the Tutsi people cockroaches. Prejudice and hatred often work like this, trying to rob others of their dignity as human beings, as children of God. If we are to work against prejudice, against hatred, we need to recover a sense for the humanity of all people. And as we consider the Holocaust, to recover a sense of the humanity of each one of the 6 million. One of the reasons that stories such as that of Anne Frank are so popular, because it's the story of one girl and her family, and it happens on a human scale, and that helps us know more easily the horror of the persecution and of the killing of that family. Over the coming weeks, students who are taking art next year will be involved in a project reflecting on the Holocaust. They're invited to create portraits of themselves alongside portraits, images of victims and survivors of the Holocaust. They're doing this, we're doing this, as a way of taking part in a national project organized by the Holocaust Memorial Day Trust. Portraits we create here in Bishop Walsh will be displayed as part of a Memorial Day video, together with images from students in St Nicholas School, St Nicholas Parish, and some of those will be printed onto a candle that will be entered into a competition for display at the National Commemoration of the Holocaust next January in London. Also used in the commemoration at Birmingham Town Hall and in our local schools. A candle of solidarity between us and those who others only wished to destroy. In the next week or so, many more will have a chance to engage with what happened during the Holocaust and why during tutor time. We will remember. We will never forget.